about. How are you getting yourself excited for Liam to still put on a performance that, you know, speaks volumes and gets you those fights you want?
Pretty much all the shit he is talking, all the shit that's coming out of his mouth, everything he has to say, I want to, you know, put an ass whooping to Liam Williams come April 17th. But at the end of the day, listen, you know, anybody I have fought, I didn't pick them. You know what I'm saying? They got their rankings up, or they was willing to, and they said yes, they wanted the opportunity to fight for a world title, and so on and so forth. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, listen, somebody's trying to take my head off, so of course I'm going to be on edge.
Mm-hmm. What do you think are Liam's strengths? What do you think he does well that might perhaps give you a challenge?
I mean, at the end of the day, you know, what he does well got him to where he got to. But to me, you know, I've seen it time and time and time again. You know, I'm glad he has this opportunity to, you know, fight for a world title once in the life of his career. And it happened to be against one of the most talented fighters out there. So, yeah, so bring it. It's just, I'm expecting, just like myself and everybody else I step in the ring with, is to bring the A game, because at the end of the day, like I said, somebody's trying to take my head off.
Absolutely. And you mentioned, you know, you don't pick the opponents. What are the conversations you're having with Eddie Hearn as far as getting those desirable fights for you? What are those conversations looking like?
I mean, listen, you know, I don't really have like too many conversations with, you know, Eddie Hearns like that. I let my team, you know, do the wheeling and dealing, but I also let my team know to let Eddie Hearns know it's time we, you know, step up, you know, the money maybe for these fighters to step in the ring, like Triple G, you know, Canelo. Not saying they're not getting paid. They're getting paid well. They're getting paid, but you might have to give them a little more to make it worthwhile, because at the end of the day, they have their own agendas. They have their own strategy, their own route that they want to take. And unfortunately, it's not Demetrius Andrade's. I'm not in their route. Billy Joe is not really wants to fight. Triple G don't really want to fight Demetrius. So therefore, you have to entice him. And I think it's, you know, got to offer him a little more money.
Gotcha. So it's not necessarily them not wanting to fight you because you could be a boogeyman, but rather the money is not desired. The money is not enough. Is that what's pretty much the big problem?
I'm saying to entice them to make sure to make it happen. You know, everybody's getting millions of dollars. So if you're making millions of dollars, how much? Like, I think that's sounds good to me. Like, the only thing that happens after $1 million is $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? So if you're making $1 million, you're making good money. You know, so everybody's making that. So what will it take for you to fight Demetrius Andrade? It's going to take a little more. You have to do that, because at the end of the day, they're looking to, you know, fight whoever they need to fight and go jump into Canelo. I'm not looking to do like, oh, fight whoever, William Williams, the William Williams of the sports, and then, oh, Canelo. No, I'm willing to fight Triple G. I'm willing to fight, you know, Billy Joe Saunders. These people are on our platform with the Zone, Matchroom, Eddie Hearns, whoever the case may be, and there's no reason why we can't figure out how to make it happen. And my suggestion is maybe we have to pay a little more money.
Mm-hmm. Do you still consider yourself a low risk, a high risk, low reward kind of a fighter? Do you think these fighters just don't want to fight you because they have nothing to gain because of your?
I don't know. Wait, like, how is that real? How is that realistic to say they have nothing to gain when you're fighting a world champion? You have nothing to gain, but you're willing to fight your mandatory Cesar. You're willing to fight Jurg Dumb. You're willing to fight Rocky Dumb. You're willing to fight, you know what I'm saying? You're looking to fight all these other people that, what do they have? What do they have that I don't have?
Yeah, exactly. And it's, you know,
that's like, that talk is just like, that's just excuses. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yo, bro, I just said everybody's making millions of dollars. So therefore, how is that a low reward?
Where are the daily what's the back and forth battle you've had with Jermall Charlo today? It seems like that just keeps going on and on and on. What's the latest update on that? Are you preparing some trash talk again?
I mean, listen, his thing is, oh, if I hit Demetrius Andrade with right hands, oh, if I hit him, oh, yeah, if you hit me, you know what I'm saying? If we get in the ring, like, let's, like, listen, it's, for me, it's funny, like, how they come across, and then one thing is nobody knows Andrade, right? Andrade, however they pronounce it. Nobody knows him, nobody knows him. But if everybody knows me as nobody knows me, then I guess everybody knows me, right? And then when they mention, oh, would you fight David Benavidez? He said, no, I fight Andrade. Why you want to fight me? Nobody knows me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a confusing situation over there. But whatever, Toodles to him. I'm glad at the end of the day he's making money, he's doing good in his career, and that's all I can say. Like, at the end of the day, boxing is not easy, and there's nothing, there's no benefits, there's no 401k, there's no insurance, there's none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, my hat goes off to every fight that goes in there and make their own.
Right. We kind of see it with the Terrence Crawford Errol Spence fight, where people just talk about it, but it never happens. Do you think that's going to be a Charlo or Triple G fight for you? Do you think it's just going to be a conversation that continues happening, or do you feel positive that will happen in the next 12 months, those two fights?
I mean, I won't say Charlo. Hopefully it could be, Billy Joe, win, lose, or draw. Triple G, he's on the same platform. Pretty much the people that's on the same platform is more realistic than any fight out there right off. You got Murata that's just happened to get the belt now, especially. Who, I think he's willing to get in the ring with one of us and try to unify the division. But yeah, I mean, I can only talk for myself. Just like everybody else, I can have opinions, but I'm willing to fight everybody else instead of sitting there and waiting for Canelo, if that's the case, because that's what it seems like is going on.
Right. Demetrius, at the age of 33, what's the legacy you're looking forward to making for yourself moving forward?
At the end of the day, just, do and be the best I can. That's it. There's nothing more I can ask for. I'm healthy. I'm blessed. I have a beautiful family. We be all taken care of. We got some good investments, and just just do the best and be the best that I can every day, and that's it. And if the fights happen, then they happen. If they don't, then they don't. But as far as the fans in boxing, they're gonna know that I'm willing and I'm able and trying to make these fights happen clearly, versus the other people when they make their statement and when it comes down to stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, it seems like the business part of the fight game has really made it hard for you to get those fights, because there's probably just not enough money on the table for everyone to be happy. It's I
think there's already enough money on the table, but at the end of the day, it's like I said, some people are going to use that as an excuse to not make the fight happen, and then again they're just going to wait and hold on for the Canelo fight if you're in my weight class.
Mm-hmm.
But you got fighters, I think, like me, Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, that are looking to actually get in the ring and maybe fight each other to get the demand for Canelo, if that's the case.
Are you willing to perhaps even move down a division to get a fight, or is what you're done at 154?
Yeah, age, right? How age works, right?
Right. So, but 168, you'll move up for that right opportunity to fight.
Yeah, I'm willing to go up there and fight Billy Joe at 168 pounds for the WBO, which I have and he has. So you can do that. But,
of course.
Anybody at the 154 pounds that has the WBO that wants to come on up, I'm all for it.
Right. What's been the frustrating part for you about all this? How do you seem to have a really positive attitude and outlook, but what's been the frustrating part throughout all this?
Just trying to get the biggest fights that I can, and that's it. At the end of the day, but I'm happy because at the end of the day, listen, I have a good career. I'm undefeated. I'm world champion. I'm making money. Like I'm able to take care of my family. I'm able to take care of other things. I got good investments, like I was saying. And I mean, what am I supposed to be sad? I live good. Like life is fun. Like I have a good life. I'm supposed to be sad because what? I'm not fighting Canelo? Like get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like supposed to be upset because of that shit? Nah. Yeah, I'm gonna put pressure. I'm gonna be like, you know, aggressive when it comes to negotiating and trying to make these fights happen. And if these fights that happen, yeah, I should be getting paid the most money. I should be getting overpaid because you guys can't make these fights happen, or why aren't these fights happening that the people want to see? Of course, but at the end of the day, I'm good. I'm living. Life is good.
Mm-hmm. What would you consider the best win of your career so far?
Every fight. Every fight it got me to where I am today. So every fight's a learning experience. Every fight got me one step closer, and this fight's going to get me one step closer. So every fight.
Mm-hmm. You were recently at the Alvarez Callum Smith fight. Did you have any conversations with Team Canelo about actually making a fight happen? Because I know the conversations I've had with them, they don't seem too interested. But did you get a chance to talk to anyone in their team to figure out what the potential could look like?
And they got like a big like sign that says "Don't let Demetrius in." You know what I'm saying? Like if you see him coming your way, put up the blockers. Like like a mile away, you should be able to hear him coming. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I haven't got the opportunity to talk to anybody on his staff, and but my promoter Eddie Hearns, the Zone Matchroom, should be doing that on the regular, is to make these fights happen. Because let's just be realistic. Who do people want to see Canelo fight? You know, is it Demetrius Andrade? Is it Caleb Plant? Is it Charlo? Okay, let's make these fights happen. That's it. These are the names. Every time you mention Canelo, every time you mention Triple G, every time you mention Charlo, these names are being brought up. So therefore, let's make these fights happen.
Fantastic, Demetrius. Well, thank you for your time. I know you got a big fight coming up, and you have a lot to look forward to, and looking forward to seeing you have those big fights lined up for you so you can finally get all the detractors off your back. So it's looking forward to seeing how everything develops for you.
I appreciate it, man. God bless. Take care, and I hope everything goes well for you as well.
Likewise. Thank you very much for the time. I appreciate it.